Hello, welcome in to episode 13 of Gilganos playing Dawntrail. Last time, we saw the pair of Vuklamat and Kona becoming the new Dawn Servant. Servant? I don't know. Most of the people, use the singular term, other people use the plural term, so I guess nobody really knows if they're just together one Dawn Servant or if they are both Dawn Servants, but, well, whatever. I guess that's what they have to figure out first. And then nothing happened. Really. First, at least. Because, yeah, I have been saying that we can't be absolutely sure that after we find the City of Gold, which we did find, which is, well, we found the gate, and Hhusatahwi showed up and said, like, yeah, we cannot enter it for now. For reasons. Probably because the key was stolen, because, yeah, we learned later that the key was stolen, but more on that in just a second. So, yeah. And I was so sure that something would be happening, something bad that would, like, usher in the new dawn of, the second half of the expansion, right? But it didn't. Nope. It was just Vuklamat giving a speech, being new Dawn Servant, Vuklamat asking for Kona to be her co-Dawn Servant, I guess. And that's it. And to be honest, that was a huge letdown for me. Because I was super sure that something would happen once we have these 7 keystones under our belt, right? Just like in Shadowbringers, when after we defeated all the Light Wardens. But that didn't happen here. So I was kind of like, I was pretty bummed out, actually. That was just like, oh yeah, now you just go and travel to the north, right? Like Shock Tural together with Erenville because you're an adventurer. That's like, I was like, really? We just go there on a whim? But yeah, fortunately, before we crossed Skygate over the bridge, which I'm actually pretty sad that we couldn't actually go over the bridge. It was just like fade to black and fade in and we were over it. Please, Square Enix, next time you give us a beautiful big bridge that you show very prominently in your cinematic trailer, please let us at least cross the bridge, okay? Like, on ourselves, by ourselves, that would have been nice. I would have liked that. But yeah, there was a cutscene there where we finally saw what Zoralja was up to. First of all, he killed Kettenram, or at least wounded him, I don't know. First, we didn't know why, but obviously because, as it seems, Kettenram also had a full set of keystones for some reason. Well, because they were given to him by Hhusatahwi, I guess. So that he would protect the seal, which he made really good work of, I guess. Yeah, and then Zoralja and Zoralja arrived in front of the gate of what we assume is the City of Gold, what Hhusatahwi told us is the City of Gold. And they had the key, as it seems, because the Goblet of Fire, right? It looks like the Goblet of Fire, I guess. Which Zoralja gave to Zoralja, and they didn't open the gate, but some voice was suddenly talking to them and promised them, like, a power to grant any wish they had, basically. And then Zoralja stabbed Zoralja in the back and threw him off the bridge. Which I expected to have been the other way around, right? But hey, I mean, I guess Zoralja is a worse guy than I thought he would be. And then, of course, he accepted a deal with the voice promising him voicing his wish to be given the whole world. And the voice was like, okay, but in exchange, and then it faded to black and we don't know what he has to give in exchange. So, we have no idea what's gonna happen. So we're finally getting into the second part of this expansion, which is the part I've been more looking forward to than the first part, I have to say, because, this is the part where we have no idea what's gonna happen, right? We know that the Enigmatic Maiden is gonna show up at some point, and that's it. Well, and of course we know that there's Heritage Found, which I thought, at top of Heritage Found would be Solution 9. But since we assume Solution 9 is also the Golden City, that would make sense, because now, of course, Solution 9 should be underneath Yaktel, right? So, I have no idea what's gonna happen, and that is why I'm so excited for this, right? Also, I haven't seen anything on Reddit about this part of the expansion. No criticisms, no praises. I don't know why, maybe just because it was all hidden behind spoilers, of course, right? Spoiler tags. But people voiced their opinions about the first half quite a lot. So I don't know, maybe this half is just boring and nobody wants to talk about it. Maybe nobody has already done it, which I think is not it's surely not the case, because it's been over a week since the early access now. Actually a week and 3 days. So there's a lot of people gonna be finished already, right? Or maybe it's just good. So let's see. I'm really excited for this. Alright, so I guess we need to get to a train station using those buffaloes. As you can see, I've already mined some ruthenium ore, which is why I have uncovered like half of the map already. And have to admit, I have not seen a train station so far. That's probably gonna be over there, right? White Swan. Hhusatahwi. Sounds like American indigenous names, right? Shenavesi. Those are gonna be difficult to pronounce. Shot on Ronique. Oh, that's a buffalo's. Great, so if only it'll suffice, I have a creature ready and waiting. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. Why? I guess Yomi wouldn't mind, you know, like sitting behind or in front of Erenville on the same. The Ronic have been acting strangely of late, more easily spooked than otherwise disagreeable, picking out a few fit for Renton's proven bothersome work. You know, I do have an armada of mounts anyways. Why do I have to ride on Buffalo? It's not like I could use one of my own mounts as well, right? They're usually so docile, and the ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either. But much has changed since I last was here. Not the best start to our journey. Still, the train station isn't far. Seeing as we aren't in a hurry, let's go on foot. Well, I still have mounts. I even have two-seater mounts. You can't just hop in the sidecar and we drive there. Well, that, sir, as well-traveled as you look, it's not only the Ronique that have been giving us trouble. Other wildlife have shown signs of aggression too. I imagine should be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around till they do, and I'll see you both on Ronique for a safe trip. Your offer is most appreciated, but I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about the wildlife. Not really, no. But the Ronique, Erenville! The Ronique! I wanna ride! If this is your first time in Shaloni, I can understand your enthusiasm. It'd be a shame not to ride one at least once while you're here. I might be as bad as Vuklamat, right? Maybe I'm even more of a child. At least I don't trip every 5 meters. Fair point. If you're to give out the authentic Shaloni experience, I suppose it's worth the wait. Yeah, we're still on vacation here, right? Nothing of urgency that would happen. Right, change of plans. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time there while waiting. Take your head into Hhusatahwi then. Hhusatahwi. Hhusatahwi then. I'll have a man bring the Ronique over there. Why? Just mind yourself around the drunkards and troublemakers, eh? It's the wild, wild west. Yay. Or whatever there is, like, right outside of Tural, there's like a completely different style of architecture and culture, right? Like, okay. I'm being abducted. Oh no, we're flying towards Area 51. Ah! I already scouted it all. You know, we just need 2 sticks of dynamite and some horses ready, and then we can rob the bank. Last time I was here, it was little more than a camp with a shop or 3. I think that's such a funny saying. A shop or 3. It's not a shop or 2. No, it's a shop or 3.
Well, well. It's become a proper town.
Well, things change over time. Also, when like in the colonization of the West, of the Americas, wasn't it really common for these towns to just spring up out of nowhere in like a very short time? Because, you know, like the settlers just settled there and they just... Hold on a minute. Yeah, hold on a minute. And they just like erected their buildings that were easily to build. Like that, suddenly there's a town, and then something like, maybe we don't want to settle here, and then just leave and it's a ghost town. So things probably change particularly fast.
Some sort of trouble
around these areas of the world. Not our business. Oh, everybody's okay. High noon, duel at high noon, come on.
Old bastard.
Because they're all machinists. Come on, give it a duel. Step 3. What is it? What is it? 3 steps away from each other and then turn around on count and shoot each other. I would like to see that.
Give me strength. For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
Aw, no duel.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
I don't care if my friends
Let
are.
me remind you who the scum is here.
Obviously. Criminals. Just release them because I say so.
Your
Good argumentation.
friends who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the deputy chief of the Dust Watch. And after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny?
Well, or maybe he's a corrupt cop that just like put some evidence there. And he needs it.
They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
What's going on with that Mikote over there? She's like, I'm very uncomfortable watching this, but I still cannot watch away because it's a train wreck.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Still can't get up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's teat? Treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
That's what they've always been.
Stubborn little runt. Listen here, Zekua. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law. Order may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch.
I guess if it's indigenous names, it should be Shalwani and not Shaloni, but well, we're just gonna go with whatever they say it is, right?
Now run along and think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
Plus, we already know that he's actually the bad guy and he's actually the good guy, right? Because that's always how this turns up, and we're actually gonna like root out corruption in the Dust Watch and help the poor people. Yeah, because that's always how this is gonna go in these games, right?
Fine! If that's how it's gonna be.
He's just a poor little oppressed guy. He's done nothing wrong, and his friends... Oh, well, never mind.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Is that?
Yes, Aaronville, it's Lucky Luke, exactly.
There's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
Well, which of which? there's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. This is now. Yeah, well, which of those? You didn't specify if it's the time to fight or the time to withdraw. I mean, come on.
Hey!
What are you doing, Zekua? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Okay, Dad.
Wahute, you sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over! You hear me?
Bye. Have a nice day.
You want to tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekua is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends.
So he's a chief deputy, so the other one is a sheriff,
But
or
for
what?
good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me,
Yes,
I'll go make my rounds.
you do that. Okay.
I wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd. Talk is rife there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
So surprised that, like Ashtola and Graha are still not here.
Aye, the contest is over. And as I needed to return home to Yasulani, I offered to show our friends some of Shak Tural. What brings you north?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
Oh, very like you.
Gulul Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future.
He didn't pay me anything. What? Why didn't he give me any? Wait, what? I didn't know that was a thing. I need to go back to Gulul Jaja and get some, I don't know, a few million gil or whatever. Don't you just nod there? We've been had. We've been scammed.
Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. You may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
Okay, yummy. If they remove all that, needles first, sure.
But we don't serve Sabotender here.
Well, he served it himself, then I guess. No sooner do we set out than we run into excitement. At least no one was hurt. Yeah, that's how it usually goes for me. You better get used to it when you're traveling with me. This Dustwatch has their work cut for them. For as long as I can remember, all disputes, big or small, were settled by dueling. The peoples of Shaloni rarely saw eye to eye, and for better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences. Since most would sooner not risk their lives, though, it encouraged parties to pursue peaceful resolutions in a roundabout fashion. The Dustwatch was likely established by supporters of Kona, preferring peace be enforced through the formal rule of law. A reasonable stance, all things considered. If things ever got out of hand, the Landsguard would be forced to step in. What freedom they have now would be lost under Zeralsha's authority. Also, maybe that one Mikote was of the Landsguard, right? All of which is to say that, unless a lengthy stay in a jailhouse appeals to you, be mindful of how you handle your arms in town. I don't mind a duel. I can whip out my gun and do that. Settled up. Erinmil would not dither about for long. I should like to think the stableman has arrived with the Ronik by now. I'll go ahead to check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guests. Come and find us when you've had your fill. Yeah, I just saw a fate to the north I'd like to do. Now that I think on it, this is the first time I've traveled with only a single companion. It makes for fewer complications. Not no complications, just fewer complications. A friend, I take it. Sorry to have kept you both waiting. Unruly wildlife's not the only source of recent distress, I'm afraid. Also been a rise in robberies targeting merchants. As a result, we've got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use a Ronik. Which is why I have to ask that you stop at Sheshenawezi Springs. It's fine, of course, but why haven't the Dustwatch dealt with this banditry? Himaka and his fellows are doing what they can, but they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang. Rounding them all up is easy said than done. If you have anything of value, you'll want to take care. Thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. Right then, if you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. Ready? Then giddy up! Your friends seem to know the way, so I won't bother giving you directions. Yep. Okay. Aw, mine is so much smaller than his. Boo. This is your first time, so let's take it slow. Take care not to let it toss you. Ah, it's not my first rodeo. Come on. Can't be worse than the Humzas, right? In Hhusatahwi. I continue to be struck by how much Shaloni has changed. I think it looks beautiful, actually. Well, he's probably not talking about the fauna, but yeah. That town I just visited wasn't even here several years ago. Oh, look, all the derricks over there. With few reliable opportunities to replenish water supplies, travelers turn to Nopali tenders. Not just for the water in their stems, mind, the fruits are also said to be both nutritious and delicious. A shadow of the derricks. Is Kayani Wild. See that hole there? Some might hope to find water there, but it is brimming with ceruleum, this one. The eruption of flames from within make for a spectacle, inspiring cautionary tales of people who wander to... Why is it so quick? Come on! The Wallachwi, meanwhile, show great reverence through ceruleum and its blue flames. Why do they never playtest this, how fast it goes? But that is a discussion for another time, we hear. Some of them, this one for example, you have more than enough time to read, but the other one, no. Good thing for these, Ronick. No sooner did we dismount than the next passengers are already on their way. They really are short on Ronick. Poor Ronick. Being worked all day. Now then. This is Hhusatahwi Springs, perhaps the busiest town here in Shaloni. People travel here from all over hoping to find a fortune. The change come to Hhusatahwi was surprising enough. Hhusatahwi. But this is no less impressive. They've achieved a great deal in the 3 years I've been away. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, I'd like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. Yate is her name, and if she learned that I passed through without saying a word, she'd never let me hear the end of it. She set out from her village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin as she traveled about Tural. I can but assume she too came here to seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let us see if we can find her. Her blue hair should make her easy to spot. Well, hopefully we're not gonna confuse her with a derrick with a blue burning flame on top of it, right? Ugh, just let me lay down and die. Traveler, stop and talk to me, why would you? Give me something to get all the goddamn screams out of my head. Oh dear. Oh god. What do you do here? Me? I'm the lucky lady who gets to call herself Sawbones around here. It's a great place to practice your craft, but with all the heavy machinery and the heavy drinking. Oh, and who can forget the ceruleum? If folk aren't setting themselves alight with it, they're mixing up their flask and gulping it down. Or both, when they get fancy. Yep, every day is a busy day in the springs, so you're a Kyrurgian, I'd assume. What kind of place is this? I expect you saw the ceruleum wells on the road up. A few years back, they discovered there's a sea of the stuff down under the bedrock. Topping companies moved in and started doing what they do best. Soon enough, they struck the motherlode and struck it rich. Laborers started flocking from all over Tural, looking to get in on the action. Roughnecks, we call them. And man, are they rough. Not a day goes by someone isn't busting someone else's nose over something or other. Usually coin. Oh well, at least it's never boring. Okay. Etherite! Attune! Tune, tune, tune. Tune, tune, tune. What piece of music? What song does this BGM remind me of? Oh, there she is. Oh, there she might be. Probably. Blue-haired Chetona. Yes, I'm Iata, and who might you be? He's my friend. Could it be? Goodness, it is! Come on, it's only been 3 years. Elena Erenwell, yes. Why is he so offended by his original name? I'm hand-grown. You were such a darling little thing as a child. You know, it's only been 3 years since last we spoke. Really? Only 3? I suppose it all starts to get hazy after a while, living as long as we do. Couldn't it feel like less than 3 years even, if you have a long life? Well, whatever. I wouldn't know. Well, this is Iata. She's known my mentor since they were children. Nice to meet you. Hi. I'm Yomi. I don't live long. I'm an adventurer. We don't live long. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company, although I have no idea how long Aura actually live. You really have grown. Eleneshpia. Eleneshpia. Is that what they call you, Elena? What now? Hey, come on, we know he has a different name. He had a different name. Alright. I was born Eleneshpia. Pia! Eleneshpia! I adopted a new name when I became a gleaner, one that adheres to Eastern Viera conventions so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that it is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. You know, we've been knowing since we met Gulu Jaja, but okay. Nevertheless, I would appreciate it if you would continue using my chosen name. A homecoming? You know, I've been thinking of paying the old stamping ground to visit myself. It would be good to see Kakua again. Kakua. She's the finest archer I know. Eleneshpia's mother and mentor. Ah! Yes. Okay, so both of it. Then why does he just call her his mentor? Not even his mother. Come on. Every time I dropped by, she'd treat us to a veritable feast prepared with fresh game she'd hunted herself. You're impressive with the bow too, Iata, even among the Chetona. Oh, I couldn't compare to Kakua. But her skill at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That's what earned her a place among Gulu Jaja's traveling companions, after all. Oh, come on, we saw her name on the sepulchre, please! She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Tural lit a fire in her. Even after Eleneshpia was born, she often left him in my care so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. Oh, she was that kind of mother, I see. Oh, how you would cry and beg her to take you along. It must have been hard on you. Yate, please. Well, come on, you coming home. Did you not expect any of this to happen? What? We're all friends here, aren't we? Yeah. No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. So that's why she tasked him find the City of Gold. Well, actually, he did so now, so hey. Right? He finally did it, I guess. Thus did she task me with finding the Golden City. Despite my best efforts, all paths led to nowhere. I assumed it was but a dreamer's fancy, a ploy to goad me into experiencing the wider world. I do wonder if she's also been there. She's probably also been there, right? I mean, if you know, like Gulu Jaja was there, and Kettenram, and Galuf. But it was real, and we found it. We didn't enter it though, so it's kind of like a, I don't know. You found it? Yeah, it actually wasn't really that difficult, honestly. As part of the rite of succession, I assumed everyone had heard. That's amazing! Oh, she'll be thrilled! And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. But we didn't get in, so there's not really a lot to answer, to be honest. Well, we should be on our way. Thank you so much for stopping by. Give my best to Kakua. Help! I need help! What's that about? We'll investigate. Please wait here. I need to look up how he pronounced the name. Give me a second, I'm gonna have a look at my recording. Okay, so he calls her Kafkiwa. Well, let's hopefully remember that next time we saw the name. Kafkiwa. Which is, yeah, I'm never gonna be able to pronounce any of these names, I guess. Like, without hearing them first. Kafkiwa. No, these are the infamous local bandits. Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. It's Namika, Wuklamat's nursemaid. What is she doing here? Aaronville, yummy. Oh, isn't that the guy that we saw in the on the ceremony? Actually, I think it might be a different one, but he's wearing the same gear, right? Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. If you so much as nick her skin, you won't live to regret it. Oh yeah? Hold on. Did you say this is Wuklamat's nursemaid? Maybe this ain't such a good idea. Take the goods to the boss. We'll deal with this. Please, you have to give it back. Funny, she's following them. I'm going after Namika. This slot I leave to you. Yep. Cocky bastard. I'll hang him by the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. I don't think so. We can deal with them later. First, we need to put this one in the dirt. They have no idea. They have no idea what they're getting into. Hand over the money. Nope. I don't even care about your AoEs. Weaklings. We're done if the boss finds out. You mean when, not if. Okay. Interesting style of music. Don't need to worry, she's fine. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea of where they headed. You said I stole something from you? A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Wuklamat. See, close as you two were, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. But what brings you all this way? With the right of succession ended and Wuklamat crowned the next Dawn servant, she is ready to stand on her own. I told her as much and of my plans to return home to Hhusatahwi. Gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. So they from the same place, interesting. It filled me with such joy, I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the vow of resolve, and now it's gone. I would have let them take every coin of my name if only they had left me that bracelet. Oh, the tragic story with the tragic music in the background. Oh no! Oh! This is for sure the worst tragedy we've ever been through when this piece of music was playing, right? I would ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. I'm gonna slit their throats. I'll knock them senseless. It's what Wuklamat would want. No, I'll just knock them senseless because it's what I want. We're getting them the bracelet back. I severed my ties with Wuklamat for this expansion, right? No Wuklamat for the rest of the expansion, okay? Please. At least not in terms of, you know, like, her patronizing me. Matronizing, I guess. I'm the main character here, not Wuklamat. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. Put yourself. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Yami will make certain of that. At least someone is believing in me. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Perhaps I should come as well, to be sure all proceeds as it should. You know, I have pretty mighty friends here in Tural. I can probably do whatever I please, and you know, like if the law wants a piece of me, then they're gonna get a piece of me. I don't know what to say. I can see why Wuklamat puts so much faith in you both. Like, she's never actually seen me, you know, like, really fighting, right? I mean, we've done, like, a dungeon or two, but it's not like she's seen me slaying gods, right? For anything else, well, I guess Valigamanda, yeah, but that wasn't... Well, I guess it never really was me alone. Actually, you know, for all of A Realm Reborn, it was us alone, right? Canonically. Was it? I mean, at some point, they were like, oh yeah, just call your friends to do whatever, right? I'm pretty sure canonically, at least, the first time we slayed Ifrit, Titan and Garuda was us alone, right? In canon. For anything else, let's see her back to Sheshenevezi Springs. She'll be safer in town, and with the Yata here to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. What was his mother's name again? Kifkiwa? I think, right? Thank you, both of you. It sounds like a soundtrack you would have on a Western roller coaster in Roller Coaster Tycoon or something like that. I don't know, it's perfect. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for you to get involved in this. A number of Iartis mining fellows are here as well. Namika is in good hands. Arenwell told me what happened, and you needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'd kick up a fuss and see them driven off. That bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. Saddled up. Braced for trouble! Arenwell's composed demeanor belies his eagerness to help Namika. Oh god, look at all this tasty desserts there. Alright, let's go and recover the bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as that this involves a gift from Wuklamat, we must be mindful how our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namika would find joy in return of said gift if lives were taken in the process. Oh, come on, please. I just want to stab them all. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dustwatch. Boo! Boo! Well, now that makes me think you're strong. Really strong, are you? I have saved Star on one occasion. Yes, I have. Probably more than one, but okay. You saved Star. That's a bold claim to make, but if true, that certainly speaks to your strength. I mean, it's true. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. You know, the funny thing about that is, if you think about it, when we saved Star, we were level 90, right? And I guess Iata is probably above level 90, if she even does have a level, right, as an NPC. And all the monsters here are above level 90, so theoretically speaking, all of these monsters here should have been able to do the same, right? Because they were even stronger than we were back then, right? So that's weird, if you think about it, but I guess that's just how MMORPGs are. As of late, there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Tonatanyavi to the southwest. It's that old mining town that was abandoned. That's the one. Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like a perfect lair for bandits, not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So I'll be investigating the place. I can let the Dustwatch know, if you like. No, not yet. It would be best if you went alone. Yeah, we don't want the law to have to interfere with what I am gonna do to them. That's something I'd like to ascertain, if you have no objections. Right then, let's be off. What do you want to ascertain? It's interesting how this looks so much like Thanalan, but also so different. Probably because of all the dust storms. And the derricks. And the cactuars. I don't know. Cacti. Seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. Let's smoke them out then, I guess. Made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dustwatch not have noticed by now? They're probably getting paid. They're corrupt. I already know that's gonna be the story of the area, right? Question for another time. First, we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Or probably the guy we saw earlier, the chief deputy, is actually, you know, like also the head of the bandits here. Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. And then, you know, like he just arrests all the people, framing them with some made up evidence so that he can actually show that he's doing his work, even though he's actually, you know, like the head of the bandits. If you would go and have a look about, I'll keep watch for trouble. Ignore the fat chocobo riding into town. Yeah, you don't see it. Oh, there's a thingy over there. Bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on anyone inside. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. I could have just blasted through the window, I guess, and be like, hey, die. As you lean in to listen, a familiar voice rings out through the wall. Oh wow, did I hit the right one immediately? Let me out of here, you bastard! Hey, Sekawa, interesting. Shut your mouth, you sniveling little brat. Make me. I get you all back for framing my friends. The vulture most of all. You tell him he can eat shit. I like that language. So sophisticated. Hey. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on any inside. Thanks for telling me that, game. And then I still have to look out, right? Be like, yeah, nobody's gonna see me, sure. As you lean in to listen, you begin to pick out voices in the muffled chatter. You know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand, praying we'd strike it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not when we've got a boss who can keep the Dustwatch off our backs. Ha! Because he's part of the Dustwatch himself, probably, right? Right, boy. I watch what you say. The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe one of them sainted souls was running our crew? That drunk who bought a story about the gold-shitting alpaca, am I right? Yeah, see? Wow. Seen that way too many times, right? Because everybody loves an underdog story. So, of course, you've got to be siding with the underdogs. Not with the law, no. The bandits took the bracelet, maybe in this building. Have a listen and see what you can find out. I've brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? I bet it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot! How are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please, please, I'm sorry! That's kinda drastic, but okay. Reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions. Sell it for a song. Here, your reward, and don't bring this kind of grief again. I won't, boss. Thank you. Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. Why? Let's just bust in there and, you know, do our thing. My thing, I guess. So, were you able to learn anything? The Koa is also here. Their leader is a man of the Dust Watch. Oh yeah, that as well. I mean, yeah. Probably the one we saw earlier, you know? That would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please. And you say they gave the bracelet to him. It seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? What I just said. The Koa? It's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? And they say they threatened to take him to speak with the Vulture. The leader's alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies in Hhusatahwi, but we also know he has a bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult though, if he's that quick to point a gun at his own underlings. Well, if he points a gun at me, I'm just gonna slit his throat first. I stormed their hideout, I can take them. I know he's gonna be. No. A direct approach may have served you well in the past, but it won't suffice here. We hoofed her. We hoofed her as the deputy chief of the Dust Watch. He could claim we're the criminals in all this, and no few people would believe him. Wait, do we suddenly know that it's him? Huh? I might have a plan. There's a small settlement to the southeast of here. Really? Luatenin Yawawa. Yawawawawawawa. Luatenin Yawawsa. Luatenin Yawawsa. Luatenin Yawawsa. Luatenin Yawawsa. I have no idea. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. Why not just call it Daisy Town? Eh? That's my impression of being an electric guitar, oh yeah. If we're to retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging in through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of... Yeah. Oh, that wasn't that bad, actually. Yeah. Dragon-like creatures that live to the south of here. Wait, what are we to do with them? It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. Oh, I can totally act like a female in heat, I guess. With a few ingredients and a sample of the feces, I can create an attractant that resembles the scent when burned. You're the cleaner here, right? I killed them. Wait, I don't even need to kill them. Can I really not just barge in through the front door, please, please? We can then lure the the into the bandit's hideout, flushing out the Vulture and his gang. Thank you for talking about flushing right after talking about pieces. Then while content with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask that you collect the excrement. I hate you, Aaronwell. I hate you so much. You're gonna get that back, you know that? Yeah. While you see to that, I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. Why can't we do the other way around? You know your way around those beasts far better than I. Yeah, exactly, Yomi. Exactly my thinking. And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find a specific species of wild plants we require. Hey, I'm a level 96 or something like that gardener. I'm pretty sure I could do that as well. Yeah, take these 3 pouches, see them filled, and I will handle the rest. I hate you so much. Like the Robbie dog plastic sacks that you put up the poop of your dog with. Great, love it. Love it. I survey the area but see no signs of Hhusatahwi droppings. Oh, boo-hoo, I'm so sad about that. I mean, why would they shit into their own nest? That's not something animals do, right? At least not the adult ones. Foul-smelling nest. I find a pile of Hhusatahwi droppings and gingerly scoop them into your pouch. Thank you. Photographic depiction. Finished already, Obi? Yes, I was so delighted I couldn't wait to do it. Excellent, this will do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with tumbleclaw fibers, dried nopalitendo root, and a generous helping of animal fat. Come, let's get back to Hhusatahwi. Yeah, so why was it? I guess he was buying things here? So weird, why did he... Okay. Wait, if he was just buying things in that town, why couldn't I have done that? The heck? Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. Yum. A blowing smoke. Aaronwell's gaze is fixed on the bandits' hideout. A fair number appear to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I will keep watch from here. The attractant I leave to you. Oh, come on! Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. The Hhusatahwi will come soon after. The Hhusatahwi! Imagine missing. Be like, oops, we have to do it all over again. Yum. What a delicious smell. What's that smell? Oh, that reeks. What did you put in the fire? It wasn't me, I swear. Everybody freeze. Ugh, someone die? Funny, so it is his name. So how did Aaronwell suddenly know that it was him? At least he didn't acknowledge before that, you know, like, it was him, right? Weird. Someone wanna explain that ungodly stench to me? I wonder if it was just a mistranslation. You know, whoever translated this to English didn't realize that Aaronwell shouldn't know the name of boss over there of the boss yet. Huh? What in the world? Don't worry, it's just some reading ready males. I'm sure they just wanna play, right? Ah! Run for your lives! Get bread. So the smoke's what drew them here. I swear, when I find out who did this... I'd say our friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Hey, what's going on out there? I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. Sit tight. We'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now! They're gonna kill me! I'm begging you. Please! Shh! They'll hear you! Too late. Hi. Oh, he didn't see me. Interesting. Shite, who was that? But he's just running away. Interesting. I know Aaron was a really imposing figure. Hey, are you going to help me or what? The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. No, I start sharing your aversion against traveling with other people. It's really easier to just do things on your own, I guess. Yeah, so I guess this is the Loporate arc, right? Because for some reason the expansion so far was so heavy on our feelings that we needed a comic respite. I don't know. But okay. Thanks, I owe you one. For a moment there, I thought you might actually leave me behind. Maybe we should have. I don't know. All that effort and naught to show for. What are you talking about? I had all the effort, come on. Sorry about that, but damn, I think anyone would have the balls to take on the Vulture. No need to apologize. We were planning to save you. Eventually. Really? And I don't even know who you are. You secret admirers of mine. You secret admirers of mine or something. Oh, can I stab him? Please, Aaronville, please, can I stab him? I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate your help. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted? Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dustwatch. Surprise to everyone. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. Trying to get back something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. That's the least I can do after you bailed me out back there. I have an idea where he's hid his cash. Reckon he's headed there now too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? I mean, we witnessed it. Right, so those bandits at Hhusatahwi, they called it Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. Oh, so you are bandits as well? Well, okay. Okay. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats. Not back then. I just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies. Workers being exploited by the mining concerns. Folks who needed help to even the odds. Right. Okay, I see. You're the knight in shining armor here. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how. With a duel! I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses in a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made them damn sure they did, every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. And about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends Quicana and Livine, and we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. As if it wasn't enough, he set their bail at the price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dust Watch. And that's why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was, until that guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the Vulture's minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner then. Well, you know the rest. You said the Dust Watch would be of no help. Are they all working for the Vulture then? No, not all of them. The sheriff, Kimaka, he's as honest as they come, a staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. Okay, so there was a sheriff. Before that, we saw. If it were my word against the deputy chiefs, who do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where this Vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? Yeah, sure. For what it's worth, I have a plan. But I can't do it alone. A plan? You have a plan? Aye, call me surprised. All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at Hhusatahwi Springs. Okay, bye. See you there. And off he goes. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. I'm starting to feel like the story of this area doesn't have a single damn to do with, you know, like the rest of the expansion, which makes me a little sad. I mean, who knows, right? Might still uncover a great conspiracy with the Ceruleum or whatever. I mean, I think they did say at some point that the story is more going to be like in A Realm Reborn, right? With a lot of world building and stuff. The problem I have with that is that, you know, like, it's not like world building of a deeper sense, of a deeper meaning on as to how the fabric of the universe is woven, right? It's not like we're gonna get some well, at least so far we haven't gotten any Asians, you know, for example. And future expansions are not gonna be taking place in this place, right? Well, I guess they also didn't really take place in Eorzea, right? Except for Alamigo, of course. But, you know, A Realm Reborn did establish a lot of lore, right? It was pulled from the future, and it's just like, well, I guess not in every area, like who gave a damn about the banquet, for example, right? Yeah, okay, I see what. But yeah. Then again, of course, we do have this mysterious power from the Golden City that promised Tural to be able to change the world, right? So I wonder what's that gonna be about. I'm grateful you could take us to the deputy chief, but it will be for naught if you're seen. Oh no, please not another stealth mission. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. Wait, we're just back in town. What the heck? Oh, in this shed, you mean? I expect he'll show up soon. Law of the Lands. Ironville looks expectantly for Hhusatahwi. Well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Oh wait, no, we're some... Wait, where exactly are we? That wasn't a... That wasn't an ether ride at the mines, right? So we're... Wait, no, we just... Oh wait, we're just back where Iata is, right? Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with regular shipments of fuel to Tural, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he trusts a lackey with that business, given the provenance of the piece. No way, I'll wager he's not letting the bracelet out of his sight. He's got coin in hand. I'm not sure. Like, if I were him, I'd be like, yeah, this is far too hot to be dealt with. I would probably just toss it onto the marketplace and run away. Well, not run away, but it'd be like, oops, I lost it, oops, and just get rid of it, you know, like, because it's far more safe for him to just give it back than to, you know, like, try to actually sell it. But hey, I guess greed is the thing. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Hhusatahwi, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from here. Over to Hhusatahwi would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the others to search the barrels for any stolen goods. And using that, we'll expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if we hoofed us carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman, and child of the wilds understands the importance of duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that'll be the end of the vulture. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? As long as we get the bracelet back? Bracelet's really important to you, huh? Don't worry, I'll see to it you get it back. If you're satisfied, and so am I. I knew I could count on you. Kinda funny when they said, you know, like, story is more gonna be like A Realm Reborn, right? And then we also have the same music as in A Realm Reborn. I was seen in Tonatnyawi, so it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. Then you're with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Hhusatahwi. Once you've got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright then, let's get to it. Yeah, of course, we're back at Hhusatahwi Springs. I didn't realize. Well, okay. But it wasn't the ranch, the mine, not the ranch, the mines. Where the bandits are hiding out, right? We hoofed the chief deputy. Hey, the yeah, well, likely that Shituna's doing. What's his angle? And then there's the brat. It's past time I've dealt with him. Hello. Oop. What's this? Ah, an unfamiliar face in these parts. Have you need of the Dustwatch, miss? I was robbed. by a young boy, but I could overpower him. What? Sakoa tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, miss. Might it trouble you to take me to him? Sure. Ask about Hhusatahwi Springs. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist. Hhusatahwi Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though, like yourself, prick. Surveying. Is this the place? I don't see him. Oh no, he got away. Whoops, silly me. This isn't the right place. Just a little further. Let's see. Lead on. That's the moment I need to do this faith over there. Is this the place then? I could have sworn I left him here. Is some sort of joke? Of all that. Let's keep moving. I mean, I do realize we're trying to buy time for Erinville, right? That's still a little, well, whatever, I guess. This better be the place. I left him tied up around the big rock. Must have been a different rock. My patience is wearing awfully thin, miss. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. Yeah, especially you. Nice. No polytender fabuloso. Unless you'd rather I feed you on raw needles and all, cut the chit-chat. Oh, come on. I'm interested in the law and the lore of your country. Entertain me. I'm a tourist. Alright, where is he? I don't even know myself, to be honest. I don't see him anywhere. Where is Sakoa? Tell me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. Confound it! He must have escaped. Goodness me, where could he have gone? That's it! I've had it with these games and I've had it with you! Wow, I'm just a innocent little maiden. Don't you threaten me. Hey, we moved there! You're looking for me? Bye. Have a nice time. Oh yeah, we were trying to lure him here, right? To the name of the town I can surely pronounce correctly and, of course, remember by heart by now. No. If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you.
Whoohoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Okay, the W is silent. Thanks for telling me that. Bahute! Hey, look. Entertainment. That's a sheriff.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Dum dum dum! Well, good thing he was actually here on time.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Hhusatahwi Springs, mixed in with
Hhusatahwi,
others found for
damn.
Tural.
Hhusatahwi.
The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular cerulean shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
The audacity! Such devastation!
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vow Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Well, he just...
You've seen
Yeah,
it?
he literally just admitted to having it. It's like, wow. Like in a cartoon.
No, never. And
Thought.
if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
Case. Speaking of scoundrels. Oh, come off it! I saw you with the bracelet.
What's the meaning of this, Wuhute?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only because I found it. I swear.
Right.
They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way.
That's always the
law, which
old-fashioned
folks
way.
have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Oh, I'm speaking his pants. Trial by... Not fire. Trial by... Battle. Combat. Trial by combat. That's what they said in Heavensward,
I
right?
challenge you to a duel.
Trial by combat.
The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it.
Yeah, shoot each other. Yeah, kill each other. We want to see that.
Please. Do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
Then again, he said they wouldn't be using life rounds, which is, I guess, a washed, watered down version of the Wild West, I guess, right?
You refuse then?
We gotta reserve that Peggy
Maybe
14, I think it is,
Alpaca's
right?
got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Oh, I'm shaking.
Come
I'm
on,
shaking.
Zekawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Shut up, youngling. This is how the real men do it. Wait, so shouldn't they, like... Oh no, Tumbleweed is here already. The plague of the West. Shouldn't they like switch there? Their bullets first. Got some blanks.
Oh, you little
What a loser.
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
Because you're gonna be behind bars, and I'm gonna tell you of my family, and you can't do anything about it because I'm gonna bore you to death. That's what he meant, right?
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up.
All right, together with with
Let my friends
Hewater.
go. They've done nothing wrong.
Hewater was the name, right?
You drew your gun within town limits.
That he did.
We Hhusatahwi drew first.
We
As
hooted.
far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Yay!
Ah, you're not such a bad guy after all.
Who said that?
Just a man of the wilds, like you.
Hey, Maka.
But to think that we Hhusatahwi had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
Well,
What are you gonna do about his crew?
he decided to
Some of
look
them are
away.
Still in Heavensward.
Hhusatahwi. That's exactly how I pronounced it earlier, right? Mm-hmm.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody.
To all of them.
But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Hhusatahwi? What do you intend to
Hhusatahwi.
do now?
Hey, Zach.
Why? What I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Sure.
Here, this was Vawuklamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
Sure. They suddenly are absolutely sure that that's the vulture. I guess he could. Oh, okay. Whatever. Ah, that was pretty nice shot, right? Yeah, it wasn't too bad. That ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. All's well that ends well. Ooh, finally it's over. Couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. On track. Aranville is relieved to see everything set to rights. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Hhusatahwi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the Springs then. Well, and again, that's already where we're gonna finish this episode of Gilganos playing Dawntrail. Thank you so much for watching. I mean, that was a fun little story, I guess. But I would really love, like, I know I'm impatient, I don't know. I've been like that in Endwalker as well, I know, but it's just like, come on, I wanna know what the City of Gold is about. How can't you just lead us there and then leave us there without even giving us the explanation of Golul Jaja that was promised to us once? Don't forget to always GG. See you next time. Hi.